also share here so that you can see, or is it going to cause?
You should be able to. Oh god, I'm dying.
There we go. Now I go back here. So I think the goal is just class change and then get our maybe get ourselves one fiend done. I still think it's ridiculous the huge health disparity between the black mages.
Show me again, because I don't think I have it loaded up.
One is at 284 max, the other one is at 144 max. The red mages were never that far apart. Actually, now that I think of it, there's what, 3 required fights in the ice cavern?
That I don't remember. Were you also doing low level, or just...
I want to see how low I can go. I think Chaos will require us to probably be in the mid-40s just to survive. But if we could clear Tiamat at like under 30 like we did with the red mages, I'll be happy. So much incoming damage. We've spent so much gold on potions and ethers.
So funny the fact I went through a majority of the game without using ethers until like the very last boss.
We're totally not going to the volcano.
Why not?
Because that's not where we get our class change. Can we teach someone a spell though? That would be great. I should probably take the boat, shouldn't I?
To what?
Oh, I have to take the boat to get to the ice cave. Never mind. And on our way to Lich, I may have let someone get turned into a statue and have them stand in the front row.
Can you switch where they are?
Yes, in 2 you can't, here you can.
Okay, I couldn't remember if in the original if you could do that or not, so I never actually think I did it.
Well, I think you also put yours in the right order from the start. And once we have the airship, I don't need the boat for anything, right? We can just sort of abandon it wherever.
Pretty sure, yeah. Oh, I am dying from poison.
I also have actually bought tents and cottages because walking places uses a lot of spells. Oh, I went to the wrong spot. I did this last time too. Oh, there's a phoenix down. Did you see the thing I sent this morning where someone had modded the Game Boy Advance version?
Yeah, I was kind of looking through it. They added more classes, changed stat allocations and whatnot.
Yeah, it looks really neat. But at the same time, I'm like, no, thank you.
Don't want to do it again.
It's more that the Game Boy Advance version with magic points and the bonus dungeons, it's not as easy to just fly through. Because we finished this in what, like under 15, 20 hours?
I think my end time was a little over 12 hours.
Can we run away from Pisco demons yet? Well, I mean, without being punched to death is the bigger issue. Good. Excellent. We'll just stay that way until we get to the boss.
And why is that important?
Because it'll soak up damage. Alright, it doesn't matter which way we go here. But I'm really just here for the stone. We'll come back for treasure chests later if we decide it matters. We're not very fast black mages. There's not a lot of running away going on. Hooray! They absorbed all 3 hits. Oh, right, monsters. that's right. You still get experience when you're a statue. Everything's fine. We had... Oh, right. I remember now. I hated this dungeon.
No, why?
We fought monsters for clothes. And a sword we can't use. Oh, we have a preemptive strike. Well, never mind. I don't even know why I checked to see if we could use mithril gloves. Right, there's nothing to the left, there's just straight down, and then up. Is this the evil eye that's like resistant to magic, or is this the one that we needed to hit with magic?
That I do not remember.
Well,
Is life about to get interesting?
yes. Oh, right. These aren't the dragons that have a good ice storm.
I see you fighting winter wolves.
Right. They cast Ice Storm, and the Ice Dragon's Ice Storm did like nearly 150 damage. Their Ice Storm is a baby Ice Storm. Though 7 of them can still do the trick. Oh, there's a whole bunch of supplies. Oh, and we got a free ice shield. Oh yeah, right. Okay, and now we have like all the guild we'll need for a good long time. Actually, once we can fly around, that's probably going to pay for all of our protect rings.
My life just got better because I have chain lightning, so I no longer actually have to aim You just start firing away and watch everything die.
Well, that's good. Hey, that chest contained an ether. Goodbye, Evil Eye. Not that the Levinstone helps us levitate here. Oh, ambushed? That's terrible. Now we just have to run home. We sure do obtain an airship.
You obtain an airship.
And it can never land here again. And there goes all our money. We rested, right? So we're fine on spell slots. Excellent. Castle of Trials. I think it's the bottom one we want to take first, because no, the bottom one moves us forward. Nope, top one sends us back to the start. Okay. It's such a very fancy looking chest for just a potion. I want to assume we have to go to all the way to the far one because it's the most inconvenient thing we would have to do. But I was wrong. Poor horses don't even know what was going to happen to them. Okay, our healing staff use is actually pretty good. Which is all I wanted to check. No more killing monsters here. Except I assume one of these chests has monsters. There it is. One rat's tail. Zombie dragons should explode, right?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you doing?
not too bad.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Your wizard run?
Yes, they're going to be amazing wizards. Well, let's just go make friends with Bahamut.
You might appreciate that Edge of Eternity game, Matt.
You know, I don't even know what it is. I'm sorry. I was trying to think, and I can't place it.
It's like a turn-based tactical RPG.
That does sound like a thing I would play.
It's I think you would appreciate it from a game design perspective. It's made by a small indie team, but it's a very pretty game when you consider the scale of the development team behind it. And it's like you can tell that they're very passionate about it, but there's a lot of like mistakes and like things they had to rush through and things that didn't land exactly as you would see, like as they would wanted it to. But I like with enough refinement and like more time, it would be interesting to see what their next product looks like. It's like one of those kind of things. I think it's worth playing through just to see it.
I assume it's on Steam or is it Game Pass?
It's Game Pass.
Yes. I actually have it downloaded, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet.
Well, you need to tell me what it's like then, Frank.
I've put in 20 some hours so far into it.
And it sounds like you approve, so...
It's weird because it's like I wouldn't recommend it like just as a good gameplay experience. I would only really recommend it with the caveats that I already did, where it's like if you're interested in those kind of games, like in the first place, plus you want to see like kind of like the little engine that could almost, as far as RPG games go, like it's interesting to see the beginnings of something. I think they could make cool things in the future. And what they have there isn't terrible by any means. It's just flawed.
Well, I can appreciate that because, you know, it's hard to make things.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, how goofy are we going to look for the rest of this adventure?
And if people don't make new things, well, people will just play the same old games over and over again, won't they?
Yeah, but
Excuse me while I get my lightning sorcerers through the maggot lair.
Look, we're doing something new, though. I haven't ever done it this way before. How are we on gold? Enough to go learn teleport or warp. Which one takes us out of a dungeon?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
The conversation we had about Diablo 2 the other night made me realize that the only acts that I actually like are Act 4 and Act 5. That's it.
I might Act 1, 2, and 3 are like my least favorite.
I generally really like Act 4, and then Act 5 is the barbarian one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Is that you showing off Diablo?
Mm-hmm.
Let me mute that. There we go. Wait, no, I'm still hearing things. There we go. Right, what was I doing next?
Painfully beating the game.
Yes, which I think involves... Oh, I still haven't done the fire fiend yet, have I?
Nope.
Oh, but what I really want to do first is go to this...
Are you doing Oh, never mind. I thought you were at Amazon for a second, Frank.
No, I think he's a sorceress.
Easy mode lightning sorcerers. That I mistakenly didn't give any health to.
It's okay, we all make bad decisions in life.
Well, at least you didn't do anything really egregious, like putting points into energy, did you? You didn't do that, did you, Frank? You never put points into energy. Only fools do that.
Tell him what your plan was.
I was going to take energy shield. And then I realized it was way too far down the list and I was just getting one-shotted by everything. I was like, we're not going to do this. Thankfully, the Resurrection version actually gives you the ability to reset your stats, unlike before you could only do the skill points.
I lied. We weren't getting warp. We were getting saber. We now have a stab mage. Also, since I'm here, I'll get the warp cube. This area is really small, right? It's literally just go over to where the warped cube is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything actually here except for that.
Now that he's the stab mage, he goes last, so he gets attacked the least. Wait, ninjas get to equip staves?
Wait, why do you have a ninja? Oh wait, you don't.
I don't. It just lets me know that they can. Just reminds me of how much better everything else could be. Oh, a preemptive strike, so we're just going to explode everything. Oh no, he breaks, I forgot.
What broke?
Oh, the sword casts blink. I thought it cast protect. Well, that's not helpful.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that casts protect.
Well, at least the wizard staff that casts confuse, which I'll never use to cast spells, does more damage than our mithril knives. Do we have enough? So what we actually should do is kill enough things to get enough gills, since we're near the desert, to buy the ferry while we're here. I'll admit this is the one thing that I think will probably keep me from wanting to do this with a third class. Is just by the end game we mainly use items as opposed to like use our class abilities. Hello, Caravan. Sell me a fairy. Alright, now we can finally get around to going to beat up the Fiend of Fire. Have we killed one of these yet? No, we haven't. And if I do this again, one of the other classes has to beat the fiends in a different order. It'll probably be easiest to do it on the warriors. Who would have guessed? There are monsters here. remember when getting hit by multiple spells would kill the red mages?
Mm-hmm.
So many monsters.
Everything's still working out with your car, Frank?
We're going to Outer Banks for a birthday trip in March for a little bit, and I'm gonna take it out on the beach.
It's cool. So let me know how it goes.
I imagine I'm gonna somehow screw up and have to call a tow truck.
At least you have faith in what'll happen.
Probably between now and July, there's a good chance I'm probably going to be looking around for a vehicle.
Well, it seems like all of them are on back order.
Yeah, if I could get anything, I'd get a Toyota Highlander, but they just cost too much.
It's because there can only be one.
But
Same for the RAV4, really, which I also like.
Alright. When I fought this with the red mages, I was like, oh good, that means there won't be any monsters in the chests, because they put the monster outside the chest. And that's not how it worked. I wish I knew why our stabs had such large range of damage. believe literally 0 of that new gear we picked up can we use.
Hello.
But why?
But why not?
You guys to start a whole RPG thing? Why Diablo 2?
Oh, that I don't know. I thought you were asking why I was doing what I'm doing.
Because it's mindless clicking.
No, if you want mindless clicking, you should. Well, no. Never mind.
Cookie clicker?
No, Vampire Survivors. It's less clicky, though. Also less mindless.
I've been hearing pretty good things about that game, considering it's like a $2.99 deal, right?
Yeah, it's actually, I didn't know this. It's early access right now.
Well, you just unsold Frank on it.
Early access for a $3 game. What could go wrong?
It's really good though. Like, it is surprisingly good.
I mean, it's $3. You know, it's not like it's a huge loss if it's bad. So yeah. Elden Ring is going to own me in 2 days, so I'm just waiting for that.
Are you getting it for PC or Xbox?
I'm going to get it for. I already pre-bought it for Xbox.
I could never really get into the Souls series. I'm not really sure why. Like, I've tried multiple times, and I'll grind a few souls out of, one? I think it's one, yeah. But I just can't really get into it.
Yeah, I think the formula either works for you or it doesn't. Like I usually don't play them all through in one shot. For whatever reason, I'll usually play them, get like halfway through it, take a break for months, then come back and I'll finish it, which is rare. I usually don't finish games that way. But for some reason, the Souls games, I need that break in the middle because I just kind of get tired of that formula.
Well, I can see how it would be a kind of stressful formula, but, like, I don't even, like, I feel like it's the kind of game that I should get into because of that stressful formula, but I don't know, I think it's the exploration that gets me. I'm like, I don't want to explore, just tell me where to go to kill stuff.
I like the exploring and the stuff in there. The stuff that'll get me are like there are certain situations you'll end up in where it's just kind of tedious to proceed, and like you can do it, but I just don't feel like putting in the slog of effort to make like X amount of death runs to get from one area to another or whatever.
Makes
I'm
sense.
sure there's a better way to do it than that.
Like I'm sure Matt will you will love all of that. Like all of those things that I find painful, that'll be like, I don't even understand what you're talking about, Dan. This is the greatest gaming experience I've ever had. It's so miserable. I love it. But
It can't be worse than Hoshigami.
which you played through to completion as well, and I think that was probably the start of the sickness. Was Hoshigami all those years ago.
It might have been.
Like I just remember, even back then, I remember you describing it and like talking about like the awful coin system with the magic or whatever it was, where like it was like a whole battle system around. Like, wasn't the theme of the game that magic was bad, but you really could only beat the game by using magic? Like it was like the central theme of it. It all sounded horrible the way you described it.
Nope. Like, I think there was something bad about magic, but it was really the most effective way to win the game. Also, instead of doing delicate, like, hard fights, the goal was to punch your own mage to the front so that they could nuke the leader. And then every now and then there'd be a map where it would be like, kill everybody, and it would just all fall apart.
I think enough time has passed that I might be able to do another playthrough of Front Mission 3 at some point. Problem is, it's just so. They came out with like an emulator version of it on the PlayStation at one point. I don't know if they're doing a remake though. The issue with that game is it's just so long. And there are 2 stories. I don't think I ever actually did the sister story.
Front Mission 1 and 2 are getting remakes.
Yeah, Front Mission 3 was for the PlayStation.
Front Mission 1 was good.
Yeah, it was a very dark game. I don't remember
Literally
too.
dark or figuratively dark?
No, it was like kind of weirdly dark. Like there was a whole thing with like the girlfriend. If you've never played it, I won't ruin it for you. But it's not a very nice world that one takes place in. Was what was Front Mission 2? Was that Gun Hazard, or was that, or was there also a 2?
I think there was also a 2, but I don't remember.
Because Gun Hazard was the side scroller, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. We don't want to be fighting. We don't want experience.
See, that's where I would say, but why?
Because the goal is to see how low we can go.
I mean, it's a JRPG. Not grinding at all is the same as low as you can go. Like, if you don't spend 30 minutes in every area just like killing everything, you haven't done it right.
But the game's way more interesting when you don't just hold down the attack button.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just like the whole JRPG mindset is grind, grind, grind. Like, they pretty much design them that way.
Yeah, I'm looking at a gameplay video from Mission 2. I don't think I played this one. I think I missed it completely. I played through the entirety of the first one, and I played through 3. I must have skipped it.
Yeah, what was 2 even on?
Looking at the gameplay, it looks like this is probably PlayStation. 1997.
Did America ever get Front Mission 2?
Let's see. Fan translation, so no.
There we go. That's why we missed it.
And then I played Front Mission 4, but that one, I think that was where the series lost me. It just wasn't very good. Oh, they're remaking it for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, it gives it. God damn it.
I mean, what were you expecting? Like the last time one got a remake, it was for the DS, I think.
So I don't ever want to spend money on Nintendo's garbage hardware. If they actually made things like their controllers and things to a specification that could like put up with even minor levels of abuse, I'd be willing to buy into their ecosystem. But like the light use that our gear downstairs gets with the Joy-Cons and stuff, I'm on like Joy-Con number 5. Like they just no, I'm not. I can't give them my money. Like maybe they can like focus less on OLED screens or whatever their deal is, and make their controllers not fall apart by like just being used.
Remember the 3DS on release? It was there was a lot of issues with the various bumpers and controllers.
Remember that piece of shit nub like the 3DS would have? That like little rubber like piece that was supposed to be like a stick. Like that it worked for some people, I guess, but it just did not work for me ever at all. It was super uncomfortable.
I always thought it was like one of the early printings of it or manufacturings, whatever, was just messed up.
No, that was like the design. Like I played Monster Hunter with that, and that was just miserable. Like that was your camera stick. You were constantly using it. It was so bad that when me and Bacon were playing that, he bought some sort of like big contraption that you put your entire DS like in, and it expands the controller and gives you better buttons and sticks, for lack of a better description. It was so goofy, but it worked.
I can't argue with success, right? put a monster outside to guard the monster chest.
I'll be back.
Sounds good.
But yeah, back to the Dark Souls stuff. Another thing I'm looking forward to is whenever they eventually PC port the Bloodborne game. They'll do it eventually, I imagine. I haven't played it, so that'll be something to look forward to.
I'm surprised they haven't already.
Well, it's a Sony exclusive, and I think they're kind of hurting right now. So they might just be that, like they're holding on to what exclusives they can.
Sony?
Yeah.
Buy somebody out or something?
I think they're buying. It's hard to keep track. Everybody's getting bought these days. Let's see. Was it Capcom that they were going to buy?
Bungie.
Oh yeah, that was it. Which is basically just another way of saying they bought one game, which is Destiny 2.
Is that doing well? Like, that was never really into
I think, I mean, in that space of like first-person shooter treadmill games, I think it's kind of the only game in town. So I imagine it still has traction in that way, at the very least. But yeah, there's still plenty of people addicted to it. There's that one guy who, Eric Kane, I think, who writes for Forbes. He writes about Destiny 2 constantly.
Oh, we ran out of spells and started buffing, but then it died before we got to smack it.
I don't really pay much attention to it anymore. What's going on in the MOBA space these days? Is it still pretty much just League of Legends is the number one, and everybody else just trails behind, or?
I think so. Like I don't even know if I know of another one that's come out lately. There's some like what's it called? I can't remember. There's like a one for mobile devices, and I can't imagine playing a MOBA on a mobile device.
Yeah, there's lots of casual gamers out there, and I mean, a MOBA can be a MOBA without being like complicated or technically depthful. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. That's how most MOBAs are. There's fake death, right? Like there's, hey, did you learn your build order?
Well, it's all about streamlining, right? So like League of Legends is Dota, but streamlined and less complicated because there's like only one shopkeeper rather than there being like two shopkeepers, one of which is in like a dangerous location and things like that. So they could just, simplify it even further for whatever the mobile equivalent of that is. Like maybe there's just not jungling at all in the mobile version and it's just lanes.
What a miserable existence.
I mean, we already play games that play themselves. You know, like with auto win buttons and everything. Why not?
Don't make fun of Final Fantasy XII's Gambit system. Though, if Frank's rumor of Final Fantasy Tactics being released on the PC is true, one of the few challenges on that I haven't ever done is AI manipulation, where at the start of every fight you just issue an AI command to your team, and then you just wait.
You haven't played auto chess?
I've played not auto chess, but other auto chess likes, but I think it'll be a little bit more interesting with Final Fantasy Tactics because there's a lot more that the units can do, and not teaching them certain skills becomes important.
So just to be clear, it's just setting it up so that you build them, but you're otherwise just letting the AI play out the tactics matches.
Yep.
How many times do you redo WeGraph in this potential scenario?
So, I think if you AI and you just give Ramza the stuff that makes him immune to lightning stabs so that Wygraph has to punch him, you can slot Hamido and defeat Wygraph, I think.
I love that you had that available in your head on demand.
Hey, beating Wygraph as an Oracle was way, way harder. What was I doing? I guess our next stop is the water fiend. Yeah, so we'll go fly, land there, save, and then I think I'm done for the night. Though I am worried we're going to run out of juice for that boss fight. I can't afford any spells, but what were the spells here? Okay, Saber and Blind. The one person who needs Saber has it. Now we compare our mages. I don't understand why this one is so much better than all of the others. Like, look at this. Like, double-digit all stats. It's great. And there's this one. That's just great at everything. Don't understand.